is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful thing. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We gonna take it by storm?
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 363, NASDAQ up 112, S&P's up 39. Big numbers out here. That's the Dow up 1.4%, S&P's up 1.4, NASDAQ up 1.5. Gold contract up $2.30, trading at a price point of $13.23. We have silver up 11 cents, trading at a price point $16.61. Copper up 5.5 pennies. Came right back after losing 5.5 pennies yesterday. That's trading at $3.11 a pound. Light sweet crude, big number here, up $2, $62.12 a barrel. Notes and bonds, you get the 10-year note down 5 ticks, 120 even. 30-year bond down 15, 143.02. King dollar still can't handle higher price. You're down 101 ticks. You're trading at 90.055. The euro is at 123.17 to $1 US. The yen is out here trading at 106.77 to $1 US. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? So, you take a look at the SPY. The SPY's up $4 right now. You're 278. 278 is going into your swing point from the 27th of February, 278.92 to be exact. We've hit 278.31. We get 66 million shares. You're going after 99 million. So it's intriguing in the aspect of you got it up, but bottom line is that there's no juice behind the move. Inside the SPY, inside the Dow is the same type of setup. Dow Industrials right now, you're up 1.5%, 369. You take a look at it. What's intriguing about the Dow is this, is that the Dow's high is 2676, 2616 rather, and you're at 25,263. You know, the Dow needs a lot more juice. The Dow, the February 27th high is 25,800. That being said, let's take a look at what's moving the Dow Industrials out here today. Inside the Dow, the only Dow stock that is negative right now is Verizon. Putting the juice into the Dow, it's kind of evenly set up. You got Boeing putting 29 positive points. You got Caterpillar putting 26, Chevron putting 26, Goldman 26, 3M 26. Inside the NDX 100, now you got a different ball game happening. Inside the NDX 100, you're at 7,079. This took out the January 26th high. That's 7,022. So you're not only take it out, you're over it and you're pushing away from it. So when you do push away from something like that, the probability is a lot higher that you're going to basically move up higher. NDX 100. That's the NDX 100. The 3 Qs. You want to see the 3 Qs? The 3 Qs right now up $2.81. That little baby is also over the high of 170.95. We're at 172, and volume, volume's light, but guess what? Wants higher price. Inside the NDX 100, what's putting the juice inside the NDX 100 out here today? It's the chip stocks, folks. Chip stocks, once again, this is a big number. Well, you get more than just the chips, I guess. Lam Research, though, is the leader. Lam Research is up 2.6%, $12, $2.24. That's launching the last three highs that it's had. Wynn Resorts is up 5%, or $8.85. You get Alexis Pharmaceutical up 4%, or $4.79. Taken away from it, Hasbro's down 2.2%. You got Micron Tech off 1.6. Dish is down 1.4. If you do go over to Wynn Resorts, what you're going to see inside Wynn is that this has been a heck of a counter-trend bounce, no doubt. Wynn came down hard from $203. That was on the January 25th. By January 30th, it was at 160. You're coming into this downdraft, and bottom line is that we'll see whether it can make the high of that, which is the 201 area. Right now, you're at 188. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract out here, folks. Rejected, lower price, had lower contract volume. So what you have, and we got actually a higher low. What gold was doing was coming into the high volume area from March 1st. Now, that high volume area from March 1st was actually still lower than what it was going into. Bottom line, I'm glad it got tested. Didn't get to the bottom of it. The bottom of that is 1303. We got to 1313. You're at 1323. That still sets up that, guess what? You're going after the 1370.50 mark. Silver. We take a look at the silver market. What you had with silver yesterday, silver wouldn't back off yesterday, where gold was down. We take a look at the silver market. Silver is up 0.6%. We had a low out here today of $16.33, and you're actually pushing higher in the silver market with volume, and that's what silver needs. That's what the whole metal market needs. The GDX, we take a look at the GDX out here, which is the VanEck Market Vectors Trust, and what you have there is that's a sideways move. On the daily, let's take a look at this on the weekly. On the weekly, you're actually back down with light volume. On the weekly thus far, we've done 169 million. You're backing down into a 326. Notes and bonds. So we had the jobs number come out, big jobs number, huge jobs number. What you didn't get inside the jobs number is that the pay scale's not going up. And that's a problem because the Fed wants 2% inflation going. And if we keep going with lower wages, wages that are stagnant, you're not going to be able to raise prices. So 10-year, still building cars. The bottom line is that the bond market didn't fall apart, meaning that you had a monster jobs number, and that's why you're going to see that the market loves it, because the fact of the matter is that the price structure wasn't going up simultaneously. So right now you're at 120. You did 1.2 million contracts out here. And we get over to that King Dollar. We take a look at King Dollar. What you're going to see with King Dollar, that was a failure on price, failure on volume out here today. And if we do take a look at this and put it on a weekly, you're going to see the same setup. King Dollar wants lower price. Stay right there, folks. Coming right back.
Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 369. You get the Nasdaq up 115. S&Ps are up 40. Let's go take a look at Johnson & Johnson. So let's see what we got out here. Johnson & Johnson. We're at $133.31. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we get a couple tigers that bid on this on the way after this thing took a hit. Okay, so we took a hit from 148, and on the 5th of February at 122. You're at 133 right now. Well, you know, this thing, yeah, it can go test 137. Yeah, it can. What you're going to be dealing with here in Johnson & Johnson is that you're going to be dealing with these high volume swings, these lows, and that's a problem. So let me just see when this is coming out with numbers. So what you have is this. So that's April 17th. They're coming out with numbers. You know, bottom line is that this is pushing into its swing. You know, 4.4 million versus 7.9. You know, that's saying that there's less buyers than sellers, man. That's the bottom line. So, yeah, can it get there? Yeah, it can get there. You know, it's right next to it right now. It's 134.48. Other than that, though, these high volume lows will get tested. That's how they shake out. If we go over to ExxonMobil, it'd be interesting looking at some of these oil stocks just for a second, because they can't seem to get away from these high volume lows. You know, so you had, let's see, 73.90. And this week we hit 73.56, and you have volume there. That's the type of, you know, the oil market evidently has a problem right now, no doubt. The big oil producers. We'll see how that shakes out. If we go over to the financials, let's take a look at the financials out here. The XLF today is up 66 cents. That's done 37 million shares. You're going into 72 million. This is dying on the vine. You know, so this market thus far, it's going to be intriguing to see is the market going to wait for the S&Ps to get up into those highs and test those highs. What the Nasdaq did, as well as the NDX, bottom line is that it took 1 month to get back the losses, and that was the biggest downdraft we had in 2 years. And, of course, 1 month is nothing. That's the real bottom line. If we look at the IWM, you can see the IWM did take out a swing yesterday. That's going after its high, which is the 160.62 mark. LRCX. Now, what's intriguing about some of these chip stocks right now is that they're not all moving in sync as they had been. So inside the chip market right now, what you have is this. Lam Research, 219.70. That's the high. Last time we came up to that high, well, that's the first high. That high was generated November 17th. We go south at 175. You go north again and hit 218 to test it. Comes off that with volume. You crawl all the way back up. And today what you're doing is that you're launching those numbers. And now with Lam Research, you are launching this with volume. You know, you can see the volume this week is a monster. 25 million shares is taken out. Well, it's going into 25.6 million. That's interesting. So 25, we've done 25.4. So we'll do 25.6 on the weekly. You're taking out the first high. It's a big number, man. If we go over to NVIDIA, now this is where there's a divergence inside this. You know, NVIDIA, which has been the strongest chip stock out there, can't seem to get moving. Right now you're at 244.26. You only did, you're only up $3. You know, 251 is the number. Amazon, king dog. No two ways about it. Amazon, they are going from business to business to business. And I suspect what's putting the juice into, well, buying's putting the juice into Amazon out here today. But what you also have is that the Amazon looks like it's going to be getting more and more into the banking business. You know, you had them out here this week. They made a deal with JP Morgan to basically open checking accounts. That is going to be small compared to what you had out here this morning, meaning Amazon is thinking of getting into the mortgage business. So the mortgage business, folks, bottom line, is a digital business. It's perfect for Amazon. And the spread is huge inside the mortgage business. There's no two ways about it. So you're talking about big numbers. You're talking about we all need mortgages. You're talking about they already have the demographics, you know, so it's a big number. And we'll see if that is what's on the agenda here. Let's go over to a couple of the credit cards, because what is going to be intriguing is that in one way, Amazon getting into the aspect of doing business with JP Morgan, what they want to do is that Amazon will give you a 2% break if you use a debit card and you send in the money into Amazon, which is really cool. I just, you know, I should have saw that earlier. I just figured that out yesterday. So that's hey, this 2% is 2%, right? And for Amazon, 2% is a fortune. For us as consumers, they get good price anyway. 2% works, right? Why not? Now, the plastic card companies, we have gone more and more to plastic. There's no doubt about it. The real kicker is going to be, is Amazon going to be taking enough away from them? You can see, you know, Visa right now still at highs. If we take this and we put this on a weekly, you know, bottom line, this also looks like it's going to hit its highs. But I'm sure, let's see, let's do MasterCard. So we pull up MasterCard. MasterCard's trading 183. Yeah, that's at highs. So Amazon certainly hasn't, and hasn't hurt them yet. I suspect what that's all about is that everything is getting, has been credit cards, getting more credit cards, all of the above. Let's take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here. And by the way, this is really a light volume day. You have Microsoft's up $1.70. You get Apple up $2.70. We have Snap up 15 cents. Marvel is up 19. You get Applied Materials up 20 to $2. Let's go take a look at AMAT and see where AMAT's coming, because AMAT, of course, makes the machines that all these chip companies need. AMAT's going after its high volume high. They actually took it out, $60.89. That's back from November of 2017. And this is launching a high, and on a weekly basis, this has volume too. This is pretty impressive. 72 million shares. It's taken it out with 79 million. So that's a big launch. It's not an ABC up because what had happened on this downdraft is that the volume is way too big on the downdraft when we're coming down there on the week of the 9th of February. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We got our man, Mr. Dave White, coming up. We're going to be talking technology. Dow Industrials right now up 370, NASDAQ up 116, S&P's up 40, gold up $1.10, silver up 10 cents. Jingle, down 36 ticks. Coming right back.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
You don't buy into that nonsense, do you? You know you can't time the markets. I didn't. And in 2006, I set out on a mission to do just that. I began by surrounding myself with the greats like Tom O'Brien, Larry Pesavento, David White, and Basil Chapman. I read countless books and even looked to the moon and planets for answers. Now, we both know that trading is 80% mental. So I learned the exact tools that Tony Robbins uses to overcome fear. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability. And last March, the folks at Timers Digest began tracking my newsletter signals, which through January 18th, 2018, placed me as the #1 gold timer for that exact time frame. Now, I can't officially be recognized until Timers Digest has a full year of signals, but clearly I've learned how to time the markets, and I'd like to teach you how to do that as well. Subscribers to Mastering Probability gain access to my live and archive workshops where I show you the exact same patterns that earned me this #1 ranking. If you're looking for great market calls and an education, sign up for Mastering Probability today at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 381. You get the NASDAQ up 119. S&Ps are up 41. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday at half hour past the first hour. And don't forget, folks, Dave's got a great show right here at TFNN every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. He also has 2 great newsletters. He has his Path of Least Resistance and the Tech Insider. The Path of Least Resistance is his daily newsletter. The Tech Insider is his weekly newsletter. You can come get both of these newsletters, money back guaranteed. Go to TFNN, go to newsletters. You're going to see both of them right there. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, I'm getting ready to go down your way and see, I think, some IndyCar racing at the Grand Prix.
You're going to see, I'm down here now, and they've been roaring with their little test driving deals. Yeah, no doubt.
Oh,
it's pretty cool,
man.
That's
a lot of fun. I've done it before.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to talk about materials are kind of a big thing. And we talked a lot about steel and aluminum this week in the news. But in a 1986 movie, in a Star Trek movie, I think it's Star Trek 4, one of the big plot lines was that Scotty figured out how to get somebody in the 1980s with a original Macintosh computer to make transparent aluminum.
Okay.
Look like glass, but it's actually aluminum. Well, that had been kind of theorized by people. Chemistry takes an enormously long time, which is why I've always been kind of bearish on people who tell me that batteries are 10 or 20% better or 100% better. Because normally chemistry, if you get 1 or 2% better, it's a big deal. You just can't change things like you can in silicon, other stuff like that. Well, we do have a thing, it's called Alon, A-L-O-N. It is transparent aluminum. It looks just like glass. It is much lighter. And it's going to be used in a variety of applications in the future. But if you think of, a lot of people call it bulletproof glass, but it's polycarbonate, which is what they use on the International Space Station for windows. The problem with that is that it's laminated plastic along with what's kind of like a clear version of what everybody has down here in Florida, which is that window tinting. And every time you've seen one of those jobs, you say, well, okay, that's interesting. But, you know, it's all bubbled up and it scrapes and it cuts and it breaks. So you may have that. But 1.5 inches of Alon is as bulletproof as almost 8 inches of polycarbonate. So this is going to go right into the military vehicles for the windows. It will be blast protection, and it's going to go on things like new space shuttle type devices, anywhere where glass is needed, and including aquariums in the near future. So if you've been to our aquarium in downtown Tampa, you know, it's the thing, the walls there are about, I don't know, 9, 12 inches thick.
Okay.
We'll get those down to maybe 2.5 inches thick. So interesting technology, and probably more interesting because it was in a movie in the 80s and everybody kind of scoffed at it.
And now it's going to be real.
It's going to be a real thing. It's going to be a little bit more expensive than standard glass for the next 5 years. But I would not be surprised to start seeing it in all kinds of devices because literally 1.5 inches of it will stop a .50 caliber round. So, you know, especially when you see pictures of the president and it looks like he's in a fishbowl, you know, he's back behind 6 inches or 8 inches of polycarbonate. That's going to get down a whole lot to a whole lot less. And of course, aluminum is not that heavy. So, you know, polycarbonate, incredibly heavy stuff. So there is, you know, when there's not a lot of chemistry that makes a big change in the world instantaneously, but this one will pretty much in a lot of areas. I imagine we'll probably start seeing it, like, you know, bank tellers, all kinds of other places. But it's called Alon, and well, certainly the Humvee kind of device vehicles, the MRAMs, will probably all get this, and it's just going to be so much lighter. It's going to save huge amounts of gas.
Yeah, well, you know, and if it's less expensive, I mean, it's a powder. I can see. In fact, I got one of the companies up that do a lot of business in it. It's DK.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this company is a monster too. So it's a company I never heard of actually, but they do $9 billion a year. They do petroleum refining, logistics, convenience store retailing. Check this out. But they're a big maker of that bottom. You know, I guess it's aluminum oxide that is powder, and then they make it into exactly what you're talking about, which is pretty wild, man.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, kind of like making a diamond.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of their videos, and they go into a room where they won't tell you what they do. So, one of those things where there is some kind of secret sauce in making this stuff. One of the other things I kind of thought, one of the other things was I was wondering what Elon Musk was talking about when he was trotting out his electric semi replacement. And one of the things was he was saying that the windows were unbreakable or unshatterable.
Okay.
And no one was really sure what he was talking about. But now that we kind of know that the announcements on this stuff has come out, that's basically what he was saying. He's going to make the windows out of this kind of stuff.
Look at that. So it's aluminum, oxygen, and nitrogen. That's
right.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, there's some videos on YouTube that show how these guys make it. But like I said, they get into the one room where they do the magic, and you can't see it. So whatever the magic is of doing this, it's taken since even earlier. I think it's been rumored since the 70s that this would be something that could be done. But it took them till now to figure out all the magic to make it happen. But pretty neat stuff. Materials are always interesting because you never know what other people are going to find ways to do stuff with this kind of stuff once the process gets down.
No, I agree. The reaction of them, right? There's no doubt, man. You know what's so crazy about that, too, Dave, is that, so picture the guy that was writing Star Trek, right? That somehow, some way, you know what I mean, they had an idea there, and then now it's real, right?
It is. Well, you go back to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. He was talking about scuba equipment, nuclear power, submarines that really didn't even exist, but you could stay under the water for months at a time. And, a little bit of imagination goes a long way. It also takes a lot of time to actually make those things reality.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. And bread, right. Yeah.
And bread. I want to talk next about blockchain, because especially in the news, I'm hearing people flip terms around about blockchain and Bitcoin and everything else. And I kind of talked about it a little bit on my show, but everybody, if you ask for Kleenex, everybody knows what you want. You don't get, Bounty paper towels, and you don't get toilet paper. Unfortunately, this is getting incredibly complex, and with all the different kinds of things in there. We'll talk about this, I guess, when we come back.
Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. Dow Industrials right now trading up 300 and 300. How about 400? 410. Nasdaq up 127. S&P's up 43. We're coming right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now up 1.6%. You get the Nasdaq up 1.6. S&Ps are up 1.5. We're talking with our man Dave White, and we are going to be talking blockchain technology. Talk to me. Dave.
Yeah. Oh, I'm busy. I'm nodding off here. Sorry about that. Anyway, we were talking about blockchain. And in fact, I saw 3 or 4 articles this week and a couple articles talking about it. Everything's kind of wrapped up into one. There's about 40 different technologies. I know when you were doing your 4 o'clock show yesterday, NETE. Yes. Bounced by about 70% yesterday. I think it's up a little higher today. I dug through everything, even called investor relations this morning. I wanted to see if there was anything in there that would have been worth a 70% bump, other than just gamblers and people that are highly short stocks that are $6, otherwise known as the insane. And the answer is that there's really nothing new. There's no new technology. The stuff that they talked about, their tech support people knew nothing about. And of course, I didn't get a phone call back from investor relations.
Right. So if you look at this, folks, this is Net Element, and the bottom line is that they're a payment processor. That's all they are. I know. Pretty amazing.
It is. Maybe they got something. Maybe they don't. All that I saw was, in everything I looked at, was one thing that said GRP risk assessment or something. And so I thought, okay, I'll Google that. Nothing. I used several search engines. Nothing. Called them. No one knows what that means.
It's not even. So check this out. I got it up on Tiger TV. The processing is 42.1 million. Folks, that's not even that. The processing business, the margin is so small. That's nothing. It's like
it is.
That's like about 7, maybe 10. TFNNs. I mean, give me a break. It's like not even close. Right.
Yeah, maybe they have something, but it's not on their website, and nobody knows about it, and you can't get an answer from investor relations. So the question is, on days like this where you see stocks bounce like that, I always instantly get nervous, because that always makes me think that the gamblers are certainly in the casino when we can see huge bounces. But just the fact that no one actually knows what anything does, and everything's just kind of painted with Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies or some kind of blockchain, when it's not blockchain at all. It's maybe a Merkle chain or some other real technology. This thing's getting to be very tough to figure out what actually everybody does. And the other thing is that disturbed me as I was looking through this, again, is how are people going to be making all this money off of it? I understand being a payment processor, but blockchain or Merkle chain or whatever you're using, it's just the software that allows you to get your job done.
Yes, it's a better accounting system. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't suddenly make you 100 times more profitable.
Right.
It also is not patentable and pretty much not even, other than the names, probably not even trademarkable. So I continue to look for this kind of stuff, and it kind of baffles me about people in it. I continue to look for some of these companies. IBM has got some stuff out there, and I think it falls more in the category right now of if you're not doing this stuff, you're probably not selling software. If you're doing this stuff, you probably are, but it's just what you have to do to be competitive, and it really doesn't change much about your profit forecast. It may cut costs a little bit, or maybe even cut costs a lot, but it's not like coming out with some new product that everybody in the world needs and that you can charge anything you want for. And maybe is that a better description of what all this stuff is at the moment?
I think the way that the big money would be made is that it's a better accounting system. So what is going to happen is that you're going to need a product that you need an extensive accounting system forever. And what ends up happening there, of course, is that, like, is that the housing market? Is that the banking market? Do you know what I'm saying? That for records, okay, I can see it in the housing market in a second, meaning blockchain technology as to who owns land, houses, all the above. Because what's happening in Puerto Rico right now is that 40% of the houses that actually got hit in Puerto Rico, they are not at like a registry of deeds, so that people are having a hard time getting loans and getting paid even by the government because they do own the houses, but they got to prove it. You know, it might have been passed down 2 or 3 generations, so you got to get your title. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I think, that's when blockchain is going to work, right? Whoever, okay, here we go. But just as your point, well, how do they make money, right?
Yeah, it's a better mousetrap, but how do you make money and monetize that? Is it just, this is the new version of our software that now uses blockchain, and we're selling just as much as we did last year with the non-blockchain version? I think that's kind of it at the moment, which is, yes, this is a technology that's going to supplant what we used before. Does it mean that we're going to sell a ton more? Probably not. Are we going to sell a ton less if we don't? The answer is probably yes, too, right?
Well, we've seen this game before, whether, it was the internet first. Everyone would change their names to an internet company. When the gold took off, and I heard you talk about this yesterday, there's no doubt, when gold took off in 2002, everyone turned around and wanted to be a gold company, okay? Now everyone wants to be a blockchain company. And what you have to do, folks, is that you have to sort through it and just don't go jump on something because of a name. But because that's what's happening, right? That's your point, I think, right?
It is, and you just never really know. Occasionally some of these people do come up with something that's neat. I'd love to invest in it if it did. I just can't find it yet.
Right. No, I agree. There's no doubt, man. There's no doubt.
Okay. I know what we're going to be doing this weekend, but most of the movers and shakers of Silicon Valley are going to be down in Texas. They're going to be at the big South by Southwest conference. This one is kind of a high-minded tech and entertainment, speaking sessions, music, film festivals, a lot of different stuff, but it's kind of where media, technology, and a handful of other people get together to show their new products off. It's probably most famous.
Is this outside Austin or in Austin?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a big one. I remember you talking about that last year. Okay.
Right. This is probably most famous for launching companies like Twitter and some of these other ones, Snap, and some of these other ones were shown off there and became kind of instant hits with the guys that have some kind of platform to push things. So we're going to see that. Now, what normally happens is you don't hear a lot of, these are small companies, you don't hear a lot about them today.
Okay.
But by Monday, we're probably, if there is something big down there, the next Twitter or something like that, we'll probably hear about it a little bit over the weekend and probably a lot on Monday.
You stay right there, folks. Dave and I come right back. Well, you know what's interesting about Twitter, too, Dave, is that, it's finally over its IPO price. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 394. NASDAQ is up 123. S&Ps are up 42. Coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 416. NASDAQ's up $1.24. S&Ps are up 43. Bottom line, big numbers out here, Dave.
Except in the volume.
I know. Listen, I know, man. It's a mind blower. I know. Yeah.
Last time we were up here about, if you look at the CBO equity, total equities, about 9 or 10 billion. We're doing about 5 billion now. I went through a bunch on my show where the volumes were close to half of the previous highs that we're hitting. So pretty significant. It's not a little bit light. I mean, it's massively light for a handful of these stocks, or at least a few more. And a few people have been IMing me in the den on some more of them. So we'll see what happens on Monday. But it looks kind of close to me, at least, that we're looking at something in the next few days.
Yeah, it's probably just waiting for the S&P to get up there. That thing's so weak, it's amazing, actually. I mean, you're up 1.5%. out here, folks. But the bottom line is that you're still at the 27th highs, 278.92 or 278.50. So we'll see where that. Go ahead.
The last thing I wanted to bring up before we left is ransomware. I always wondered how much of these people actually paid the money and got the key to unlock their locked up systems. Well, they did a survey of 1,200 IT security practitioners and across 17 countries and figured out it was about half. Even after they paid their money, half of them didn't get anything like a key to unlock it, or it came too late and weren't able to repay their ransom. So I thought that was kind of good. If you ever get caught, you kind of have to do that, whatever it's worth. Most of the time they ask for around $500. So the question is, go ahead.
Security, no doubt, is huge. And personally, so check this out. You know the building we're in, right?
Yeah.
I saw this happen, folks. I saw this guy sell a software company 10 years ago. He came back in the building. There's only 3 of them 7 years ago. Yep. There's 1,000 employees right now. Yeah. It's no B4, and that's all they do. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Dave. Folks,
you
have a great one, safe one. Have a great weekend. We look forward to speaking right back here Monday morning, 8 o'clock.
Cool?
Look at them, folks.
Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.